So here we go. Careless driving. When it comes to careless driving, I see this on the road every day. As a matter of fact, reckless driving, careless driving. Basically, every driver that is driving a gas car, officer. If you want to hear from the Backwards Rider, the fitness training power program, basically it's all a bunch of lies. And so as you guys line your pockets and say that you're responsible going to work in your gas car, it's not going to cut it. It's never going to cut it. So in all fairness, the most reckless drivers, the most careless drivers are those that are driving their gas car, destroying the fabric of this beautiful and precious and inner space that we have. And it didn't just happen overnight, the fact that we had this, and it was done for us with love. So you just need to take your entire force needs to take a look at yourself and see the kind of driving that you're doing when it comes to the mind of another. For those who know better, that there's no such thing as a bicycle or a cyclist doing careless driving or riding, and that's something that we were being fed. And hey, it's all out of concern. It's all out of just tough love. And I'm not gonna continue to just think it's okay for cops or the so-called authorities to pull me over and say I am doing this and I am doing that. First of all, my focus is on the work that I do, which is fitness and art. And so, hey, I'm a bit of an expressionist too, so I might not be speaking to you directly, but I'm speaking to the community. And every time I get a chance to work, which is riding my bicycle, and it means for me to run my errands and work for my family, I do, because I'm not a loafer, and I don't just sit down waiting for things to fall in my hamper, or I would say my bag. So anyways, we just want to clear that up and hope that for those of us that need more inspiration, encouragement, that the law is not is not above the law, so at least not the laws of nature, and it's just a matter of time before it catches up. So if you're good, you're good. If you're not, you're not. Hey, what could we do? What could we say? There are those that hide under either of the guise, or they hide behind some clothing, and so we know about that. We just want to be more careful, and we with ourselves and the way that we understand ourselves to be. We don't need to be discouraged from riding our bicycles in any way. So back to the music with Bushman and Brand New Second Hand.
No man don't want you, brand new second hand, yeah. You better go back road, so you're just a brand new second hand, yeah. You're just a brand new second hand, yeah. You better go back road, so brand new second hand, yeah.
Alright, so Prince Allah with Glory up on the next playlist. An artist that's known all over. Prince Allah with Glory. So it's not, I don't need to be seen as disobeying the law. Just basically it's seen as someone taking advantage of you, and that's it. You need to learn to speak up for yourself and express yourself in different ways. And if you find that you're not doing that, you just need to just ask a friend, that's close by, and listen for their advice. You might need to ask for more than one, and sometimes that advice, it might not be the best, but at least it's something that's somewhere that you can start from, and then you be the judge. You can make up your decision after collecting those advices from the panel. So, and then you will be the ultimate one to decide what you want to do and how you ultimately feel about it. So it's just like molding yourself in the way that you want things to be for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. If it's not your own feelings, it's somebody else, and if you're happy with that, fine, if you can live with that. But some things are just common, they're normal, and that's another way to go about it. Just if it's common, that's what everybody's doing, fine, and it doesn't work like that with everything. So I am not being disobedient, I am not being rebellious or breaking the law. I'm simply stating in all honesty and in the genuineness of how I am as a person. It's just seeing what's right and what's wrong, and I feel that, hey, that was wrong. What was done to me yesterday, it was I kind of lost time and track of some things, and for all the damage that's being done in the sake of justice, so-called justice, I just feel a ways about it, and I'll express myself so that even my friends can see and my family can see that what I'm going through, that it's just not, if I wouldn't take it from somebody else, I'm not going to take it from another person. So it just doesn't cut it. Like, I think if you're an authority figure, that if you're doing it in a way where it's fair and just, that and it's there's some kind of understanding, like it's clear that a lot of people will look at that as a win-win-win situation. But the circumstances that I find myself in, and I see the conditions, I'm like, wow, no, there's no way that I'm gonna allow a person or people in a gas car to come and tell me that, oh, I'm doing something wrong, or this is not right. It will never happen that way. So I don't agree with you and what you want me to do, if you want me to do it, but you can write your tickets and you can express yourself, that's fine. I just want to see where you're coming from, and ultimately you'll see where I will be going. So I have no business with you, because some of those laws I totally disagree with it in its entirety, first of all. So I don't believe in hanging out with people that have guns, authority or not. I don't, if it's, what, there's a place for that, and it's called the battlefield, and you need to get there. You need to go on and in a battlefield that's appropriate for a person like that. So just be on your way and be quick. And if there's anything you need to ask me, any questions, I'll be happy to answer your question and make sure everything is okay. Back to Sean Paul with So Fine. So Fine. Yeah, it's not so fine when a gas car pulls up, and this is the gas car of an officer, pulls up beside a vehicle, a bicycle, and starts, he doesn't even think to turn off the car. It's so ignorant, so brash, so absurd. This is not the authority that I want to follow or listen to, because it's just totally wrong. Turn off your car. You're killing and microscopic life, and not only that, you're taking away the quality, the air that humans breathe. Maybe you guys are not humans, I'm not sure. Maybe you're a machine, I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure it out. But you know what, I've had enough time to realize that it's just not right, and I'm not going to agree with it anytime soon. I will be rambling on about it, so I can hear the traffic in my background, and it sounds horrible. Enough of the negativity. It's about light, it's about love, unity, it's about positivity. So You're not about it. I'm not about it. About that vibration. So I'm desperately gonna be trying to back up away from off of those negative vibrations because it just doesn't. I don't resonate with it. As a matter of fact, I try to vent it off. So fine. Back with the backwards rider. With the backwards ride. Oh, you happy babies, you babies that are being carried around by your guardian. Do you guys ever get stopped? Does anybody ever stop your carrier and say, oh, you're reckless walking or something with a baby going backwards? You're crossing the main street busy, for heaven's sakes. Is there anyone that stops you and says, oh, you're reckless walking and you're walking across a busy street, of course with a gap? I mean, doesn't that sound absurd? The backwards rider regime. How about the backwards rider government? How about Rosie with what? Rastaman, Rastafari anthem. How about the bicycle anthem? And endorse the ghetto youth, them make them well bright. Africa shall rise. You know, see the poor people all get wise. In and around to be offered. Endorse the ghetto youth, them make them well bright. Jerusalem shall rise. You know, see the judge of people all get wise. Oh, we give up and down just like a yo-yo. Me smoke me sensibility, I'm full Chinese show. Babylon speak up, so me have to move slow. Them say me lack of knowledge, but me lack them with the flow. Them teach me to say yes, and me still I say no. Them tell me to stop, and me still go. Them tell me to cut, and me still grow. The Rastafari say so. Me a praise King Selassie, and endorse the ghetto youth, them make them well bright. Africa shall rise. You know, see the poor people and get wise. And around to me again. King Selassie, endorse the ghetto youth, them make them well bright. Jerusalem shall rise. You know, see the judge of people and get wise. Oh, the road to Zion keep on me, still a walk. We move out of Babylon, them still attack. We keep the fire burning at them. Shut it up now, shut it up now. Judgment time now. Emperor Selassie, I rule the earth. I and I bread from birth. No uncle from me wrist, no blood from me shirt. Babylon me heart still a hurt. So me praise King Selassie, and endorse the ghetto youth, them make them well bright. Africa shall rise. You know, see the poor people and get wise. And around with me again. King Selassie, endorse the ghetto youth, them make them well bright. Jamaica shall rise. You know, see the judge of people and get wise. Whoa, them drop down them soul, me not drop down me faith. Fuck the land Christ, let us sit down and wait. Come me well settled and me just keep me straight. You reach, little bit too late. One and praise King Selassie, and endorse the ghetto youth, them make them well bright. Africa shall rise. You know, see the poor people and get wise. And around with me again. King Selassie, endorse the ghetto youth, them make them well bright. Jerusalem shall rise. You know, see the judge of people and get wise. Whoa, give thanks and praise to the Most High.
I guess what the